Hi, welcome to She Spice. Diddy's ongoing capture is causing a staggering and undulating impact across Hollywood and the music industry as 50 Cent says something regarding the entire brew. Haha, 48 Law of Force man, you get that is whack. He knew precisely what I implied because he'd been remaining straight away to something his whole profession. He stood close to big deal. You put hot on him. I stand close to the fire. Keep war right. You're still close to the labyrinth, still close to work. Looking puffy may be the objective for anyone going no place for the treats. Shop Rapper gives off an impression of being having a field day as two of his industry adversaries are in hot water following upsetting disclosures, radiating from Diddy's capture. Take a gander at that ESS saying, the Beyonce is the point at which he began to get the 17 grams since he's been with me. Honest late reports from the unit camp guarantee that the Indie Club rapper has connected Jay-Z to Diddy's ongoing troubles, and it's inevitable that before the federal authorities targeted Jay, I wasn't in the ed right on account of, look, Jay-Z's and him were putting it together, so I think they actually harbor some energy towards me. So what has 50 Cent said, and how can everything join back to Jay-Z? We have all the data here, so get a popcorn and we should make a plunge. It's no mystery that 50 Penny is in constant conflict with Jay-Z and Diddy. The three business Goliaths have partaken in an adoration-disdain relationship since 50 Penny burst onto the business in 2003. At first, 50 Penny tried out for the awful kid mark, but was dismissed because of some really fascinating reasons, which we'll come to later in the video after Diddy dismissed 50. He established his unit name and began a rap. Unrest that took the entire music industry by storm. He delivered financially and basically effective collections and featured a few shows across the world. 50 star rose drawing in ears and eyeballs across the states, and one of them was Jay-Z. The two men's relationship got off to a rough beginning. Be that as it may, some way or another, they figured out how to make up, as if they were to separate for the second time. Now we'll dive into this multitude of subtleties later on in the video. However, fans would recall that 50 Penny derided Jay-Z when the federal authorities first appraised Diddy's home before this year, letting the cat out of the bag. News: the Division of Country Security has quite recently affirmed to CNN that government policing specialists have attacked properties possessed by performer and maker Sha Diddy Combs, posting on Instagram on Wednesday, May 15th. 50 derided Hobbs' public quiet finished the awful kid supervisor legitimate difficulties blaming him of decisively hiding out close by an uncomplimentary close-up photograph of the Stone Country. Investor Fifth composed Jay in hibernation. He ain't coming outside till this as with Puff Blow. Over no informal breakfast, no lunch, no supper haha. I am all you got him outside now. 50 was alluding to Jay-Z dropping the current year's Stone Country early lunch, which was coordinated consistently prior to the Grammys. Obviously, everyone realized 50 was savaging Jay-Z, but little did they have at least some idea that 50 was dropping inconspicuous clues about Jay-Z's inclusion in Diddy's illegal issues. This wasn't whenever 50 Penny first poked Jay-Z via web-based entertainment over Diddy's charges. Back in spring, the unit chief shared a picture of a milk container with Poe's face altered onto its Missing Youngsters promotion opening. He composed, "Anyone seen Jay?" Ha. Puff said the man wasn't noting his telephone. Haha. He subtitled the post tongue-in-cheek, proposing Jigga had gone phantom on his long-lasting companion in his time of need back in April this year. 50 once again taunted Jay-Z by posting a profound phony of a scene from the film New Jack City on Instagram. The unit general transferred an unobtrusively altered cut from the 1991 film and flippantly composed that this thing is greater than Nino earthy-colored brown. New Jack Diddy. The said scene shows Wesley Kill's Pac Pioneer character, Nino Brown. What's more, Ice-T's personality analyst Appleton shows the previous arguing blameworthy to a lesser accusation and being condemned to an extended period of prison time, much to the outrage of the cop who wishes he'd have off Brown the rapper purposely molded the essences of ICT and Kills. To address Jay-Z and Diddy separately, I think they actually harbor some energy in the short clasp. 50 apparently suggested that Jay-Z had some information on Diddy's association in the paper, and dealing charges and was likely a piece of it. At that point, fans felt that it was all jokes and nothing serious, except that, with the advantage of knowing the past, one can guarantee that the get-rich or kick-the-bucket attempting rapper was dead serious in the 50s world. It's absolutely impossible. Jay-Z can prevent information from getting Diddy's freak-offs, and accordingly, he gives off an impression of being an assistant to Diddy's wrongdoings. As you may have guessed, both Diddy and Jay-Z are companions and have been seen 2 or multiple times, going to one another's occasions. This is the reason he allegedly accepts Jay-Z is frightened and taking into account all that we realize about Diddy's continuous case. It's hard to not concur with the 50 statement. You see, the business is full of detestable elites who go after guiltless and weak craftsmen to arrive at the exceptionally top, some purportedly resorting to forfeiting people to fuel their eagerness for cash power popularity and all that accompanies it. A while back, Kanye West gave fans a brief look at what the first class does, yet he was excused as insane. I'm not taking no cut at anyone. That is the, as it were, individual that I serve. My mother isn't here. My mom was many fans believed that Kanye had flown out of control, and they attacked him, giving a few names even at the point when he asserted that the business forfeited his mom to fuel its achievement. Fans might have a hard time believing him or giving him a canine's opportunity anyway. 50 Penny's late disclosures on the rear of Diddy's capture sort of incline toward what Kanye West said a couple of years prior. At this point, let's get straight to the point. Here, Diddy hasn't formally been blamed for disposing of anybody, yet you all know the origin story, including him. Infamous large Andre Harrell and Kim Dorman, truth be told, bits of gossip flowing in the grapevine propose that the federal authorities are assembling an impenetrable case that will nail Diddy for his association in famous Large and Tupac's downfall. However, that will be a story for one more day. Meanwhile, this is what Puma Wright needed to say regarding Diddy and his issues with individuals from Uptown Records. Now the explanation I bring this up is to lay out a specific picture and give setting to everything that I'm going to say to you next. You see, however, players in the industry wouldn't openly concede that some elites are important for a faction that requires human penance to fuel their victories. The gossip never disappears. Throughout recent years, hypotheses have been overflowing that Jay-Z played a part in Aaliyah's destruction, so he could engender the vocation of his better half, Beyoncé. Aaliyah was at the pinnacle of her profession, and she met her abrupt death after she had gone to shoot a music video in the Bahamas, nicknamed the Princess of R&B. Aaliyah took the music scene by storm when she delivered her debut collection, Age Ain't Only a Number. She was the most sizzling cake around also. True to form, a few men arranged to have a slice of her pie, including Jay-Z, as per Jay-Z's companion turned adversary. Lady Run H really liked Aaliyah, which nearly spilled into fixation. He asserted that Jay-Z put in his absolute best effort to win Aaliyah's hand. However, the entirety of his endeavors went down the channel as the Princess of R&B was infatuated with another person. He made a solid attempt. Run told Page 6 of Jay's quest for Aaliyah. I didn't mean to fall head over heels for Aaliyah. She was simply that cool, he said. However, you know we were both going hard. Everyone was attempting to get to Aaliyah. It was not simply J-Run guaranteed that he at first didn't realize that Jay-Z was competing for Aaliyah's hand. Additionally, he wasn't just a single. I didn't realize Jay was attempting to holler at her. However, at that point, it just happened like that. He was attempting. I was attempting. Everyone was attempting. He was going hard. The two men wound up beefing over Aaliyah, which ultimately prompted their partition as colleagues. Lady Run proceeded to partake in his prize, having prevailed upon the opposition. Aaliyah, she was simply cool as damnation, we would giggle. We never quit hanging, and that is what occurred with her. There was rarely any commitment or any title, simply preferring being around someone for who they are. I was not in adoration with Allah through the TV. I experienced passionate feelings for her from hanging out and meeting her. She looked unique in relation to on the television screen. Presently certain individuals guarantee that Jay-Z got beaten down and never pardoned Aaliyah for it. As per them, the reprise rapper conspired and plotted Aaliyah's downfall right from the second that he saw that Lady Run had won the vocalist's heart, One of such individuals is Pantherite Shan Carter is answerable for authorizing Hy Williams to put Aliyah on a flawed plane to move her out of the way, as Jag believes that Jay-Z forfeited Aliyah to clear a path for his spouse. Beyonce, whose profession was taking a plunge at the time, thinks there would have been no beyond assuming that Aliyah was still around. Consequently, Jay-Z needed to fare well of business so that Beyonce's vocation would take off. This could appear unrealistic, yet assuming you consider Beyonce's set of experiences, you could see the design that Jag was attempting to draw. Now stay with me as we go through these occasions and how they all connect back to Diddy's capture at the time Aliyah was beating out all competitors and winning hearts. Beyonce was surrendering to despondency. Her Young Lady Bunch Fates kid had simply disbanded, with a couple of brilliant stars leaving the gathering. Everyone accused her of the disaster and believed nothing should have to do with her. It wasn't totally her issue either, as her dad, who served as the gathering's director, made her the gathering's lead singer, singing practically all their melodies. Currently, the gathering is separating. Subscribe She Spice for more videos.